MoistCritikal. You have drama with Sneako? What? That's like the most random thing ever. Uh, and I only know about this because I saw Rage's thumbnail, and I'm like, okay, let's see what this is about.
I mean it when I say I didn't really want to talk about today's topic. It's just some medium rare internet beef that I think is just kind of worthless to go over, but so many.
Man, what has happened to Sneako is so sad. I used to watch this dude, bruh. I wanted to make videos and like the style of his in terms of like editing and like topics, but like then he just 2022 he just goes off the rail. I think Andrew Tate really like awoken some kind of demon inside of him that he was like waiting to let out the whole time, and I'm like, bruh, because he really was a good content creator.
People keep bringing it up to me that I
Sad.
feel I should at least talk about it to some extent. So I'll go ahead and cannonball into the septic tank and doggy paddle around for a bit. The main topic involves a banned YouTube creator that I'm sure you've all heard of before. His name is Sneako. A lot of people compared him to like a diet Andrew Tate. He recently got banned and he still does make content elsewhere. And recently, he started targeting me because I made jokes about his friends on the Fresh and Fit podcast, whom I think are beautiful clowns that do some very silly stuff that is entirely entertaining to make fun of. But
Yeah.
Sneako didn't see it that way because he's a very sensitive guy, and he started writing their wieners to try and defend a blatantly outrageous story that one of them told about meeting a basketball player at a party, then being invited by that basketball player to a mansion, and then fucking a ton of girls at that mansion thanks to the basketball player, which sounds like something a Tumblr account would have made up, and ending with "and everybody clapped." It was such a goofy piece of fan fiction, it felt like he was begging to be humiliated and made fun of, so I started throwing some balls at the clown and dunking them in the tank. I made a video talking and joking about it, and Sneako saw this and he wasn't too happy, so he got offended on his
What did he
friend's
say?
behalf, which of course is a very alpha male thing to do. I know Sneako doesn't like that nomenclature. He never calls himself an alpha male and thinks that it belittles him, but his fan base is and has been red pilled and thinks of him as like a no nonsense kind of guy who tells it like it is, a man's man. And yet, Sneako cries more than a 12-year-old going through puberty and has very public temper tantrums like a child who didn't get the Spider Man toy they wanted for Christmas.
Hey, hold on. Like, I was with you for a second, but like, them Spider-Man toys be kind of raw. It like, come on, man.
So he was upset because I was making fun of them. He then makes a big rant about me, calling me a bitch, saying all kinds of things. He doesn't really make any points, he just insults my appearance a lot and makes very bold assumptions about me not going outside and shit like that, which of course has nothing to do with anything I was saying, nor does it debunk any of my points. Not that I was even really making.
Off topic, but how long do you think Charlie is gonna grow out his hair? Like, it's still like what is that? His belly button? Is that his belly button? How much longer, Charlie? How much longer? It's not the pandemic anymore. You have no excuse to not get a haircut. Well, now you can't at this point. Now we all know you for this. I was with him before that, but as it just grew out, that just became him. And if he cuts that, I think it's over for him. It's over for his career.
Making points. I'm
He
just
has to
making
keep it.
jokes about a silly fucking story, and he's taking
Matter of fact, I think his hair, the longer his hair grows, the more successful he is. Mmm. Maybe it has some type of like magical properties to it. Hold on. Hold on. I think I'm on to something.
making it as if I just gave a TED talk on monogamy, because for some reason he somehow gets lost in like this Winter Soldier episode, like this delusional fantasy where he starts making a statement on monogamy, which of course had nothing to do with the video I made.
I'm not gonna say names. Someone texted. He's in a monogamous relationship.
An iPhone with no case is
This is his
crazy.
girl.
Honestly, the iPhone with no case is automatically a red flag. Automatically. Second red flag. Why do you have like artwork in your room that's not hung up? What is that? What is that about? Is that like a thing people do? Hang up your artwork. What is wrong with you? That's taking up unnecessary space. It doesn't look flattering. It looks stupid. Why is everything blurred? Oh, no, he blurred it. Okay, okay, okay. And why are you going after people's girls? Like, why, Sneako? It's like he's, I don't know, he's like regressed as a human being or something like that. To go, to stoop to that level and like call out like the way people look and stuff, like that's so simple, so easy to do. It's the easiest thing you could ever do in any handbook, really.
So there you go. I mean, I told you, like, I could hear it in your voice. The fact that someone doesn't have to abide by those rules, someone could go and fuck a lot of bitches. That it's so foreign to a lot of people's ideas because when you get brainwashed, when you get told that monogamy is the answer,
What the fuck are you even talking about? What does this have to do with anything? What is
He seems kind of like jealous that like some people are just in a relationship, you know, because he got cheated on, I believe, and he walked in on his girl getting yeah. He walked in on his girl going to Pound Town. That sucks. That is traumatizing. So now he's in his incel arc, which is unfortunate. But yeah, he just seems like mad at like other people's happiness, especially when he calls out like their relationship and like who they're with, and then goes after their looks. Like, come on, really? It's like at least they're actually in a relationship. Their girlfriend didn't get hit from the back. You know, they're happy and you're mad. That's how I see it.
bringing up a picture of me and my girlfriend have anything to do with anything that
Never
has
seen
happened?
Charlie's
And
girlfriend.
where is
She
monogamy
cool.
even coming from? You're fighting an invisible enemy right now. You're fighting ghosts that aren't real. Like, none of this had anything to do with the video itself of me joking about a stupid fucking story
Right.
that this guy told. Like, it's so weird. And he's been mad ever since, as I understand it. I,
It's like 11-year-old debate
of
tactics.
course, don't really watch him, but I keep getting updates on Sneako not being happy, wiggling his finger, saying, I don't really like this Charlie guy anymore for this. Now, like I said, because so many people keep bringing this up to me every day, I felt obligated to at least, talk about this a little bit and
Where
engage
does
with the
Sneako
drama,
even stream
even
now?
though I
Twitch?
don't really want to. What I do want to talk about, though, is the Black Friday Moist Global merch sale, baby. A lot of great merch on
Oh, okay.
moistglobal.com.
Hold
It
up,
is
hold up. I'm
raw
liking
money
that.
off right now, so go to moistglobal.com to get some fun
Moist
merch on
Global.
moistglobal.
I like that. I like the colors. I like that. I don't like that it says moist. See, that's the thing about YouTubers. They need to. I know it's like a branding thing, but like sometimes it's too corny. Can't be walking around school with a Corey X Kenshin shirt that literally says his full name, or PewDiePie shirt that says his full name. You look silly. You look corny. You look funny. You look like a doofus. YouTubers need to integrate like regular style into their own merch so that their merch can maybe perhaps become its own thing without the fans. You know what I mean? Like it's not solely relying on the fans' money. It can rely on it can grow from other people's money if that makes sense. You know, because I feel like this would be actually like a fire hoodie without the moist. I don't know though. Maybe the moist is good because it needs something in the center. It's like focusing in the center. So maybe the center is good. Yeah, but like this. I can't even tell what that is. Charlie Woohoo Teehee. I said Teehee. Teehee. I can't even tell what that is. What is that? What is that? Is that a water drip? That's funny.
.com is a lot of money off right now, so go to moistglobal.com to get some fucking beautiful items, and we even have some really fun goofy ones that are in stock right now, such as this wonderful happy coat, which is kind of like a bathrobe. It's fantastic. And we also have some Yu-Gi-Oh inspired designs available right now as well.
Oh, okay. That was kind of fire. Sticker. Yeah. Yeah,
Which are just fun items.
it's
And
cool. It's
once
cool.
all of these are sold out, they won't be restocked. So if you're at all interested, go to moistglobal.com. The link's in the description. I'm going to keep this on for the rest of the video. The only thing I'm missing now is a cigar, so really get into character here. I'm going to go ahead and talk.
So, when is this man gonna change his freaking YouTube name to Moist? Like, imagine you're just like a YouTube subscriber and YouTube viewer. You're like, why is he naming everything Moist? What is this? Why is it Moist? Why is there a water droplet right there? Like, you're not tuning into his Twitch streams. Penguin Zero gotta go, bro. It gotta go. It's affecting the brand, bro. It's affecting the brand. We all know you as Moist. You might as well just change it to Moist.
A little bit more about this. I am pretty familiar with Sneako, probably
Moist
more so
critical.
than a lot of his more modern fan base is. I first became aware of his content when he got mad at me a couple years ago because I was criticizing a movie called Cuties. For those that don't know, Cuties was a
Still
movie
haven't
that
seen
went
it.
to
I'm scared of
Netflix,
that
and it was
movie.
basically just softcore child porn. It was a movie that focused on twerking and a coming-of-age film that used real children in real positions of like sexualization, where during like a twerking contest they'd have cameras that would go like right into their ass and zoom in. It was fucking disgusting stuff, and I made a whole video talking about how fucked up it is that not only does it exist, but Netflix has promoted it and it's on their service. Regardless
Is
of
it
what
still
the
on the
intention
service?
was or what the message aimed to deliver from the director, it completely missed the mark. By using real child actors and doing the things that they did in the film, it became a movie that was only enjoyed by legitimate, real, self-admitted pedophiles. And I made a video talking about how gross that whole situation was, and Sneako made a response to it saying that the outrage around this film is misplaced and it's actually a good movie.
Americans are like, this is deplorable.
This was the
I saw
first
this
red
commentator,
flag.
Penguin Zero, who I actually like. There's not a lot of good commentators, but he's like, this movie is deplorable. There's nothing good about it. There's nothing. And it's like he didn't even watch the movie. It's just like he only saw the clips that were going to piss him off. Or he just got so triggered by the provocative imagery that he just, deplorable. Come on, man. Like, don't you see the reasons why she's doing what she's doing?
Sneako has said multiple times, even in his most recent rant, that he does like my content. Though I'm pretty sure he just says that to cushion the blow and like tiptoe around it, like before insulting me. Just in case there's anyone in his chat that likes my content, he wants to make sure to not make them upset. So he makes sure to preface it by saying, well, I actually do like him, but, and then goes on to get super personal about it. This was my first real exposure to Sneako, and it's also the reason I don't care what his opinion is of me, because it's coming from a man who likes cuties. So why the fuck would it matter if he thinks I'm a bitch or anything like that? It legitimately couldn't mean less coming from a guy who openly defends a softcore child porn production.
Okay, if I ever wanted to get canceled, this is the video. I saw Cuties last night, and it was pretty good. It's a pretty good movie. I went in ready to hate like everybody else. I saw the cover, and I got clickbaited. So did you. You got clickbaited. The thing about Cuties is it's not an unrealistic film. Like, yes, it shows children in a sexual way, but this is not unusual now. And the people who are really mad about this aren't Gen Z.
Now, the reason I'm showing this isn't just to debate a multiple-year-old Sneako video that he completely ate shit on and had the worst possible take of with this whole cutie situation. The reason I'm showing this is because I haven't liked him since I saw this side of him. I was aware that he made other content, and apparently some of it was pretty good a couple years back, but once I saw this video, it just showed me a really weird guy who it seemed like really just wanted to be contrarian for the sake of it and makes terrible points in defense of this film for some reason. Like, even in your own video, you openly admit right there that yes, it sexualizes children. Full stop, that's not okay. That's a problem.
Like, this girl, at one point, she takes a picture of her vagina and posts it on Instagram. Kids naturally just rebel. I like this movie
because it's extremely provocative, but it's realistic. A major criticism of this film was that it's child porn, that they were just showing these kids and that it's gonna bring a bunch of pedophiles in. I don't think so. I don't think so. Not more than anything else that's on the internet now, or not more than beauty pageants in America, which still exist and are exactly what you see in the film.
Do you go to beauty pageants to watch the kids, Sneako? I certainly hope not. Just because the beauty pageants, which are fucked up, completely agree, just because those exist in the real world doesn't mean that that's justification for this movie. I feel like that should be obvious. You can't use this whataboutism like, oh yeah, Cuties has a lot of sexualization of children, but what about, you know, child beauty pageants? I mean, those are out there in the real world, so what's wrong with Cuties being on Netflix? I won't show you any more from this video. It's dog shit all across the board. But there is one more thing I'd like to highlight. Even when Sneako started to rise to popularity, I didn't pay too much attention because, again, in my mind, he will always be that guy that for some reason fights for this film, which is just fucking weird. So he's always just been kind of a weird person to me that I don't pay too much attention to. But I couldn't help but take notice of one of his more recent viral clips where he openly defends getting cucked.
So I wanted to break this down, like, because this was imagine seeing the girl you love like get fucked. Get fucked.
You love her?
Yeah, I do. I love I love her. I was gonna say I love this bitch. I'm like, nah, let me not say that. I love my wifey, my queen.
And you allowed the love of your life to get fucked by another man.
What happened to the other women?
I'm crazy.
The first
That's
time,
crazy.
I saw like 3 pumps in, I just got up and walked out. I'm just like, I can't do that.
That is crazy.
Traumatic thought.
No. He walked in. So did she see him? Because I'm like, in my mind, the door, he's opening. Close your eyes real quick. Close your eyes. He's opening the door, right? The bed. You can see the bed. You can see her face. You go up from her face. She's in doggy style. Go up from her face. You can see the other dude's face. So they're facing him, right? And she's just looking at him. And he said 3 pumps, right? Bow, bow. Look, he's watching the entire time. He's watching that the entire time. Then he shuts the door. That is what I'm imagining in my head. If that's what happened, that is actually crazy. But if she was like, if he saw it from behind and she didn't know that he came in, I don't know. It's another level of disrespect when she knows that you're watching. Like, that's disrespectful. That's like revenge at that point.
With another person, it's a lot. But I think it's something everybody should do.
Revenge for what, though? That's the real question.
You know what?
It is a legitimately super sad thing to sit there and listen to because Sneako is very clearly bothered by that whole situation, but is trying to play it off like a deeper message, like, no, this is actually a good thing. And in fact, I recommend every guy out there try letting their girl get fucked by another man. Then you'll know if it's real, if this is the person you want to spend the rest of your life with. It is fucking tragic to listen to. Now, I want to be clear, I have absolutely no problem with open relationships. I think everyone should be completely within the right to handle their relationships however they see fit and whatever makes them happiest. Contrary to what Sneako thinks about me, I have legitimately no issue with open relationships at all. But what Sneako's talking about...
I don't have issue with anybody's relationships that don't got to do with me. Obviously, I got opinions about them and what I would do and what I wouldn't do, but in reality, do I care? No. Do you care? No. It doesn't affect you in any way.
Here isn't so much an open relationship, it's cuckoldry.
I'm chilling.
You have watched your girl get fucked in front of you on at least 2 occasions that he talks about here.
2?
And you were right next to her, watching her get fucked.
Right next to her.
You were so upset about it, you had to leave the room after the 3rd pump, you said. You're clearly not really all right with this situation.
Now, was it a slow pump or was it a fast pump? Like, was it a or was it a yeah? Was it like that?
You're for some reason forcing.
I'm asking the real questions
okay
here.
Like, I'm not trying to sit here and be an armchair psychologist like you try to do against me during your rants, but it really seems like you don't like it. And yet, for some reason, you're also trying to celebrate it and promote it like a good thing. It's just super sad. Like, if you're fucking other girls and she's fucking other guys, that's one thing, but you being in the same bed that she is fucking another man in and watching her, and then even talking about how, like, upset you were about how much she was moaning and the deep eye contact she was making with the man she was fucking in front of you, like, you're not really okay with it, it sounds like. So stop trying to pretend to be, and stop trying to make it seem like this is a good, healthy thing for everyone that everyone needs to try. It's just pretty sad. So this is always in the back of my mind when he starts critiquing my relationship, or really any relationship for that matter. Like, what really gives you the right, especially when you're clearly in a very complicated situation in your own mind with your relationship? So, like I said, I didn't really want to talk about this, but he apparently keeps shitting on me and making a big hoopla about it, and people keep bringing it up to me. So I felt
Hoopla.
like I should at least address it in some capacity. So this is me talking
See ya.
about it, and
See ya.
that's about it. So yeah.
That's about it. See ya, man. Right. Has a girlfriend in a stable family, Sneako, and I took that personally. Charlie really just went in there and said, "At least my girlfriend doesn't cuck me," and walked out. Yeah, it's a sad, sad world. I think Sneako needs some serious therapy, bro. He needs therapy because he's lashing out, and he shouldn't be doing this. He needs to find God or something. He shouldn't. He's just off the rails right now. He's off the rails.